So I am going to tell you about how I encountered Shimmer and Shine, and how my sorcery's success idea came to life as of 2026. The first part didn't have to do with the show. It was November 2018, I was in Smith Elementary School. We were playing this game called Kahoot at the school's library, and when an answer came in, it had a bong noise, which I was wondering where I could get that source from. I found a video on YouTube called Rosie Puts Bots on Kahoot and Gets Grounded. I finally found the source. Then I became into what they were called grounded videos. And also I was into favorite to least favorite characters lists. By then, I was in 3rd grade. That was when my creativity to make my own stories all started. Starting with Story Mountains, when I was encountering the favorite to least favorite shows list by some random users. Shimmer and Shine was on the least favorite spot. I was like, that could be a show I could go against. My alternate stories started when I was making a new story to Charlotte's Web in late spring 2019. Anyway, back when I was ranting on Shimmer and Shine in summer 2019, I was nitpicking the characters without even watching the show, because most Viand users never really even tried watching a show. At the time, I did not know she was named Zeta. At first, I thought she was named Zula, and I did not know that the dragon was named Nazbu. When I was making grounded videos of Shimmer and Shine between 2020, after the show got cancelled, and when COVID hit, still, at the time, I did not know them, what they sounded like. I called them my rip-offs, which came from rip-off claiming from Viand-styled rants, because I thought they were a disgrace to my creative stories. Because at the time, I had never seen the show. But I still didn't know them, because I never gave watching an episode of the show a try. But in late June 2020, I started watching the show, but muted, and I made up the words since it was muted. But in July 2020, I gave watching an episode of the show unmuted, and I got to know Zeta and a bit more about Shimmer and Shine, but still called Shimmer and Shine my ripoffs because at the time, I was still brainwashed into grounded content. At first, I had seen the UK variant, and did not know there was a US variant. Nothing else major happened in August or September 2020. But in November 2020, that's when my curiosity on the show started. On the episode, Masquerade Charade. Then I got more into the episode in December 2020. After Christmas, I lost interest on grounded videos and Viand-styled rants. Then in January 2021, I was curious on an episode that not only would impact the way I watched Shimmer and Shine, but the way I view the episode. The series finale episode called The Sorcerani, where Zeta teams up with Shimmer, Shine, Leah, and Princess Samira to help stop Yuzma from taking all the magic in Zarame Falls. I even dreamed on what the episode would be like. Then on February 3, 2021, I watched The Sorcerani for the first time, just 1 year after it first aired on February 9th, that previous year. I was distraught on what I saw and what they did to Zeta. Samira offered her to be a genie again, but then Shimmer offers her to be a part sorceress and part genie, which she accepted. I was utterly upset that the show ended that way. Then later in late winter and early spring 2021, I got curious on more episodes following suit, and then I became curious on a new show that led to that same path, Jungle Junction, which helped me create Toad Hog as a character in my creativity stories. After I finished my Smith Elementary tenure, and in the following years, nothing else major happened. But let's fast forward to 2024, because this is where the big moment comes in. I was making the alternate stories for Shimmer and Shine in a fictional company I called ZTV Universal, show running from 2021 until May 26, 2024. In spring 2024, I first came up with my own series finale idea, The Sorcery's success, around the late summer or fall. I was protesting why the episode isn't real, and I said wait until your future. So that's what I did, setting up a list of actors, preparing for the future, and even getting a desire to meet Lacey Chabert, the voice of Zeta, and preparing my space park and Daisy Square lofts. It will still continue in this present day, as of 2026.